So one of the things as a recruiter I'm often asked is, what are the keywords that I need that are not going to get me kicked out when I apply for a job? And at first when people were asking me that, I was kind of a little confused. And then I would ask them to kind of explain a little bit more in regards to what they were referring to. So in this episode, I'm going to talk about artificial intelligence and what we're using it for when it comes to recruiting. But before we get started with that, if you're having problems getting started in a job search, or if you feel like you're just stuck and you're not sure where to get things changed, I encourage you to check out the information on the Make Your Mark challenge in the link below. We've got a 14-day challenge that helps build out a better job search for you with more information in regards to how to interview, how to set up a resume, how to connect with the right people, and make sure you're hitting and targeting the jobs that you need. So again, check out the information below. Now let's talk about artificial intelligence, or AI, when it comes to recruiting. So many people say that when I apply to a job, I think I'm getting kicked out because the systems are looking at keywords, and then my resume is not being viewed by a recruiter. So that's kind of a myth, and the reasoning for that is when you apply, most applicant tracking systems, or what we call ATSs, will hold your information in that job requisition or job posting. What we do then is the artificial intelligence, if it's put in correctly or systems are using it correctly, will say there's a percentage match that's based off of that. But it's all still so new that most recruiters don't even look at that, because it's not really pinpointing sometimes the right person from that aspect. So don't put too much concern on whether or not the position itself is using AI to kick you out, because it's not happening. I promise you that more than likely, unless you've one of like 250 people that have applied for a job, more than likely we're going to try and look at your resume. That's just who we are as recruiters. We want to look at as many of them as possible, because whether you're fit for that role or maybe a different role that I have, we're going to make sure that we try and look through as many of those resumes. Now that said, we don't spend a lot of time looking at resumes. So what I do encourage you to do, and the thing I think you should be focused on, isn't so much about keywords, but reading a job description. Look at the job description and make sure that you tailor your resume to that job description. That's the part that I think so many people miss. Again, I've talked about this in another episode before, that I've seen objectives or summaries where they talk about they're looking for an accounting position, but they applied for a customer service role. Making sure that your resume stands out for the position that you applied for. People are like, well, I just need one resume and I just apply to everything. That's not the case, and that's probably the biggest mistake you can make. Like, what you really need to be focused on is look at a job description and look at the bullet points that are in that, and what are they looking for, and then take your resume and craft those bullet points. Now, don't rewrite the same stuff, don't copy it, but rewrite and formulate the bullet points to really stand out to the same things that they're talking about. If they're looking for 5 to 6 years of experience, write that in kind of your summary. I have 5 to 6 years of accounting experience. If they're asking for specific systems or something of that nature, make sure you put that in as one of the bullets and kind of match up. Recruiters, we're sometimes working on 4 to 5 different roles, and we'll need to revisit what our job description looks like. And that's what's in our mind as we look through our resumes. Unless we're recruiting on that same position over and over and over again, that's what we have to do. So rather than focus on just specific keywords that are going to get you past some kind of artificial intelligence, focus on building your resume to that specific job position. And I've talked about this as well in a previous episode. When you're looking at saving your resume, save it based off of the position that you applied for in the company. So save it as a PDF, and then when you do that, make sure that you're putting the company name, the job name, and if you can find the job posting number, or the requisition number is what we typically call it in the business, put that in there too. That way, if somebody does call you and says, hey, I'm calling you in regards to XYZ company in regards to XYZ position, you can immediately get on your phone or your laptop or whatever and pull up that resume, that specific resume, so you can speak to that information. It doesn't look like you've got several resumes out there. You're staying organized. You're staying prepared, which is even more important. We'll talk about that in a different video. But these are the things that you can do nowadays that will help you kind of rank higher or be more prepared in that kind of a situation. But don't put as much focus again on the augmented reality, the artificial intelligence. I think that's one of the things that too many people are getting hung up on, and it's still too new to be truly effective in a recruiter's eyes. Again, if you're having problems with your job search, make sure you check out the Make Your Mark Challenge. I'm here to help. Love to get you involved in that 14-day program to better your job search and make your mark. And if you really liked all the information that you're getting here, make sure you like, comment, and share this information. I'd greatly appreciate it. Have a great day.